Hello everyone. Today we'll be analyzing Costa Rica and United Arab Emirates energy profile. My name is Hector Martinez, my partner is Homero Rodriguez. The background of this slide shows the waterfall El Río Celeste, which is a world-famous waterfall. In 1502, Christopher Columbus named the land La Costa Rica, meaning the rich land, and described the people as having nice jewelry. Nonetheless, the name perfectly describes the beauty, landscape, and location of the country. Costa Rica is located in the Central America, bordering the Caribbean Sea and the North Pacific Ocean, between Nicaragua and Panama. The economy of Costa Rica is heavily reliant on agriculture and tourism. In 2015, more than 2.7 million tourists arrived in the country, which accounts for about 12.5% of the country's GDP, while agriculture accounts for 6.5%. In the next slide, we can see Costa Rica's diverse landscape. They have 5% of the world's biodiversity and 25% of the country is made up of protected national parks, the highest percentage of any country in the world. The gray area, which is cloud forest, is occupied by volcanoes. Costa Rica has at least 60 volcanoes, 5 of which are active. There are about 14 major river systems. Costa Rica's population and GDP. The estimated GDP for 2017 is 61.5 billion. The GDP per capita is $12,382.
Costa Rica's population is around 5 million. It's about 0.07% of the total world's population. Population density is about 100 people per square kilometer. 80% of the population lives in urban areas. The median age of the people is around 33.5 years old. This is the graph for Costa Rica's population distribution. It can be observed from the graph that male and female are almost equally distributed, and the population is shifted to be younger. Now we will introduce the SanKey diagram for Costa Rica.
As you can see, oil is the primary energy supply, and the second is hydro. The total energy supply is equivalent to 5,043 kiloton of oil equivalent. Just wanted to point out on the SanKey diagram is the oil import. The majority of the oil import goes to transportation and a very small percentage goes to industries. Costa Rica's goal is to become a carbon neutral by 2021. According to the data from the National Center of Energy Control cited by ICE, the Central American country has maintained the trend of keeping the annual share of renewable generation above 98% since 2015, as hydroelectric being the highest and geothermal being the second largest contributor. Costa Rica has a tremendous geothermal potential. In July 2019, the institute that regulates Costa Rica electricity opened the 17 geothermal power plant that generates 55 megawatts. Costa Rica holds up to 875 megawatts of geothermal potential, of which only about 23% is exploited. By not generating electricity from fossil fuels for the past 20 years, Costa Rica has saved around $482 million. So now let's look at the United Arab Emirates. In 1971, 6 states came together to form the United Arab Emirates, two which are Abu Dhabi and Dubai. UAE population and GDP. The estimated GDP for 2017 is 382.6 billion. Their GDP per capita is $68,600. Population is about 9.9 million. Immigrants make about 80% of their population. Population density is about 118 people per kilometer square. 80% of the population being urban. The median age is 38 years. Population growth rate is about 1.5%. Native language is Arabic. Total primary energy supply. The majority of the energy produced in UAE is from natural gas and oil. The country is also a major exporter of oil and gas, and it's started using its strong solar PV potential in 2014 to produce electricity. As you can see, they highly depend on natural gas, which is 80% of their total primary energy supply. Their total primary energy supply is equivalent to 67,656 kilotons of oil equivalent. Now comparing Costa Rica versus UAE.
Costa Rica is not dependent on petroleum to produce energy for the electric power grid, but it is an importer. So even though both countries have a high Human Development Index, they are completely opposite to each other in terms of energetic politics and energy production. UAE is supporting petroleum exploitation and exports. As a conclusion, we have two countries with similar size and similar Human Development Index and similar characteristics, but they have completely opposite energy sources and energy politics. We thought this is a really interesting comparison because both have good results, but diverging, one in the direction of petroleum exploitation and the other in the direction of green and renewable energies. Thank you very much for your attention, and we hope that you enjoy our video.